Chosen vessel. Yo, what's good, everybody? I wanted to tell you guys a special message today. I want you guys to stop letting fear get in the way of your faith. When you guys know that there's something you can do, when you guys know that God put something on your mind and on your heart for you to achieve in life, no one does it like you do it. Okay, you're great at it. You love doing it. It makes you feel good when you do it. Other people are glad to see you do it. They tell you to keep doing it. When you have something like that that you do, you go in full faith mode. You don't go in fear mode. You go full fledged on faith, okay? Don't let fear get in the way. It's only the devil trying to stop you and make you think that you're not going in the right direction when you are. There's always doubt and there's always worry. But when you're doing your calling, you're doing something that God put you here to do, don't let fear get in the way of that. Don't care about what people have to say about what you do. It doesn't matter about people's opinions. You do what you have to do and you do it well. And you do it because that's what God calls you to do. And when God calls you to do something, there should be no fear involved whatsoever. You could just put fear aside. You just let it go out the window because there's nothing that's going to be able to harm you, nothing that's going to be able to hurt you. You shouldn't be afraid. There's nothing to be scared about. Walk in faith, okay? Not in fear. Don't walk in fear. You're protected by God. You're going to be safe. You're going to be okay, and you don't have to worry about anything. There's nothing that you have to fear, okay? There's nothing you should fear. When you walk in the presence and the power of the Lord, and when you walk in the presence and the power of God, there's nothing to be afraid of, because anything that anybody could possibly try to say, anything anybody could possibly try to do to try to stop you will be null and void. Anything they say is not going to hold any weight. It's not going to hold any measure. Is not going to affect you in any way, especially if you don't let it. But the fact that God has his hands on you, those people are going to be made fools. Those people are going to look foolish, and no one's going to credit them or believe anything that they're saying when it has to do with you. All because people are going to look at your actions. They're going to see how you carry yourself, what you're about, and what that person has to say is not going to have anything to do with that. When they look at you, they're going to see God, because that's your purpose. That's your calling. Whatever you're supposed to be doing and you're doing it, and God put you here to do it, it's going to work out for you and you're going to be all right. There's nothing to fear. People could say you don't do it right. People could say you should do something else. People could say, oh, I don't think that's a good fit for you. It doesn't matter. People's opinions are just people's opinions. If you're doing something good and if you're doing something for God and it's helping people and changing lives, you keep doing it. Even if it's not changing people's lives right now, even if it's not helping anybody right now, if you know you're supposed to be doing it, if it's a good and worthy cause, you do it. If you got a positive message to spread, you do it. Don't let what people say get in the way. Oh, you shouldn't be talking about that. Oh, you're supposed to be doing it this way. You're supposed to be. Everybody's going to have an opinion about something that you do. And it's always the people who are out there, majority of the time, not doing anything. They didn't take that leap of faith on their dream, but they want to tell you how to live yours. They didn't do what they needed to do for their life, but they want to tell you what you need to be doing for your life. It's always people like that, especially when you're going after your dreams. But God said, do not be afraid, okay? I am with you. God's always with us, okay? God's always with us every step of the way. So whatever worries, whatever doubt, whatever fear, kick it out. Don't let it enter your mind. Don't let it enter your spirit. God gave us the spirit of courage. He didn't give us the spirit of fear, especially when it comes to your goals, especially when it comes to what God wants you to do. Okay? But when God wants you to do something, you do it. And you don't wait, you don't hesitate, because if you wait and you hesitate, that's not having faith. That's showing God that you don't truly believe. Okay? You have to truly believe, all right? Just like Jesus believed in himself and his power, and Jesus believed in God. He said he was one with God. You're one with God. So there's nothing to fear when it comes to you and your goals. Just like Jesus went out and did what he had to do with his life, that's what you're supposed to be doing with your life. Everybody is their own Jesus, okay? You can do what I did and greater, all right? Everybody is supposed to be doing something miraculous with their life and showing people that they could achieve the impossible. That's what we're all supposed to be doing, okay? Everybody's supposed to be doing that. Jesus was an example for how you were supposed to live your life, all right? Nobody's perfect, but you're supposed to walk in his footsteps and follow him to the best of your ability. That's all God asks. And when you do that, have no fear. Oh, you're trying to do this, you're trying to do that. No, I'm doing it. Don't talk about what I'm doing. Why don't you focus on what you're doing? Don't worry about how I do it or why I'm doing this or what I'm doing. If it's helping people, if it's not hurting people, if it's making people want to do better, if it's bringing people closer to God, why don't you do something? If you feel what somebody's doing is not right, why don't you go and do it better and show them the correct, be an example instead of just doing this. Be an example on how somebody's supposed to do better and be better so they can have better, instead of just condemning somebody that's trying to do something great and then going back and sitting down in the corner somewhere not doing anything your damn self. No one wants to hear anything from a person like that, okay? Those are the people that people stick their fingers in their ears and wish that they'd stop talking. Don't let these people discourage you. Don't let them sidetrack you. When you know it's something that you need to be doing, oh well, you wouldn't you be better if you did it this way? No, I'm gonna do it my way. Unless what they say holds weight, if the person is just randomly just having something to say just to have something to say. Okay? These are the people who don't even really care about what you're doing. They just want to stop you from doing it. They just want to have something negative to say about what you're doing. They really don't care about what you're doing. They don't care about really how you do it. It's just that you're doing something great and it doesn't involve them, number one. And number two, you're doing it your own way. Okay, you're not asking anybody for help. You're not asking, hey, how I should do this, that, and the other. You're doing it your way. You just hopped right into this thing. You knew you were supposed to be good. You knew you were supposed to be doing something like this, and you just took a chance on you. And you said, you know what? I'm going to take a leap of faith. I'm going to believe in God. I think this is something good that God wants me to do. I think God would be pleased if I did this. Let me just do it. Let me pray about it. Ask Him if I'm headed in the right direction. He'll let me know. If I'm not, He'll let me know. Then if I'm not in the right direction, He'll guide me to go do something else. But there's nothing wrong with trying. Some people are afraid to try, okay? Some people die without ever trying. Don't you die without ever trying. If you feel that you're supposed to be doing something, do it. And do it to the best of your ability. Don't worry about how much people watching you, or don't worry about how much money you have, or don't worry about if you're good at it. Just do it. Keep getting better at it, keep perfecting it, keep working on it. Eventually, if it's what you're supposed to be doing, you'll know. You'll start to see it take off. You'll start to see it work out for you. All right. People will start to come to you and be like, hey, you're doing a great job. Keep it up. Okay. But always try and never give up, and don't be discouraged because somebody has something to say, because somebody wants to stop you from doing what it is you're trying to do. All right. And don't let fear get in the way. God will encourage you along your journey. All right. God will encourage you. Don't let fear get in the way. If you let fear get in the way, then you could potentially be holding yourself back. You could be potentially holding something back from the world that you're supposed to give. And if God put it in you to give it to the world, I mean, that would give me all the energy and courage that, like that. How can you not be encouraged by that right there? God gave this to me. All right. How can you be afraid to do something that God gave you to do? God called you out here to do this. There's no fear. That should give you all the confidence you need right then and there. The Creator called me to do this. God called me to do this. Do it. Don't be afraid. Be encouraged and walk in faith and not by sight. God's going to guide you in the right direction so that you'll be able to do what you need to do. You'll have courage. You'll be strong minded. Okay. You'll be able to endure your journey. Call on God, guys. Whenever you feel fear, call on God. Don't let the fear get in the way. Put God in the way of that fear. All right? People put fear before God. Don't put fear before God. That's worshiping a false idol. Whenever you put anything, fear, worry, being afraid, any of that before God, the person that gives you strength, the person that gives you courage, okay? The person that gave you a sound mind, and courage, and not the spirit of fear. See, God didn't give you the spirit of fear. Somewhere along the line, you got a program, a mean, nasty program to be afraid of something. And now you have to erase that program, delete that program, and replace it with God's program. And God's program is courage for you. God's program is courageousness, fearlessness, walking in his glory. Okay? Walking in the glory of God, walking in the faith of God. That's your strength. That's your courageousness. That's your fearlessness. All right. Let that put fearlessness in you. You wondering where you can get your courage from? Get it from God. All right. You wondering how you could be fearless? Be fearless in God. Okay, not just for a vain reason, just to walk around and not be scared of anything and be Mr. Tough Guy. No, you showing people there's nothing to be afraid of out here because you walk in the spirit of the Lord. Thank you guys for watching this video. Don't be afraid to follow your dreams. God put that dream, God put that vision in you. Go out, go take care of it, make it happen, and don't worry about any doubt, fear, or anything from you or anybody else. Attack those goals, attack those dreams, and Druuill will see you in the next video. Thank you for watching this video. This is Druuill, God's chosen vessels, and we came to give the vessels more and never lesser. I appreciate you all watching this video. Stay tuned, and I'll see you guys in the next one.